Question. Do you have beds?
No.
Do you think that maybe sometimes she can exploit situations to get views?
I'm gonna be real, yeah.
I was actually a prison wife. And I might have not had a Gucci bag, but I had their dad, okay? At 15, so.
Fired?
Yes.
For what?
The trolls from TikTok literally sent my owner a video of me showing my nip. Yes.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Channing, and today we're going to be talking about none other than the deadbeat 35-year-old mother, Ash Trevino, and her appearance at the Bop House. Now, recently, I made a video breaking down most of Ash's lore, so if you are unfamiliar with who Ash Trevino is, I would definitely watch that video first, and then come back to this video. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the quote-unquote Bop House, it's essentially a content house full of OF girls. Now, as of me recording this video, yesterday, Ash Trevino not only brought her 2 daughters to the Bop House, but they would also appear on an hour-long podcast together that took the internet by storm, while also leaving Ash really mad with the title of this podcast called The Worst Mom on TikTok. Now, I know what you're thinking. Chan, there's no way you watched all of this. And my response to that is... don't talk to me. Yeah, so unfortunately, I did watch this whole entire thing. So this video is going to be a full breakdown of all of the parts that I found interesting. Also, before we continue, if you want to watch this podcast yourself, it can be found on Camilla's YouTube. Now, without further ado, let's give the floor to none other than the Scream Extractor from Monsters Inc., Ash Trevino.
Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your family. Give me the rundown. How did you get into TikTok and how did you start social media? Give me the backstory. Who is Ash Trevino?
So I first started actually my TikTok back in 2019. Nobody ever...
pre-COVID.
Yeah, they don't know that. But I was actually a prison wife. So yeah, that's why they call me the inmate hopper.
Okay, so we're not even 30 seconds in, and I'm already gasping for air like SpongeBob.
Don't worry, buddy. You're doing fine.
And you can just tell by Camilla's face that she is shocked that Ash is low-key proud and calling herself a so-called prison hopper, especially while saying this in front of her frickin' kids.
You like them felons?
Yeah, I mean, I've been with them up until this year. So yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't think about going on Hinge, Tinder?
So now, actually, I do have a guy that I talk to that is free.
Oh, period.
And yes,
we love a little free king.
Yes. And I met him on TikTok.
I think they have something to say.
Yeah, I got something to say too. If you listen closely, Ash's 2 daughters were literally laughing at her. And I want you guys to pay attention to this frame because Ash genuinely thinks she's funny. While on the other hand, you see her 2 daughters are literally here like, Mom, shut up. You're embarrassing us.
How are you dealing with all of this controversy? Like, what goes through your head when people are like, oh, she's a bad mother? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happens?
So, like, I try to tell everybody, but of course, you know, I'm always going to be the villain in their book. Right. You know, they've already got this persona that they have of me, and that's just who I am to them.
I'll always be the villain in their book. Yeah, because your daughters sleep on air mattresses while you're too busy messing around with boys only a few years older than them. I feel like the majority of people don't hate on Ash Trevino because of who she is. It's more so because of what she does. Time and time again, she gives us examples of why people should be skeptical of her ability to be an even decent mother for her children. Like, people wouldn't hate her and call her TikTok's worst mom if it wasn't for her own actions and online presence. I just find it hilarious how in this segment, she literally has zero accountability, saying that we just don't understand her. Like, Ash, be so for real. I feel like we understand you more than you do yourself.
And then there's a lot of people saying that she's jealous of me because...
How does that make you feel?
I don't know. There's like nothing to be jealous of. I mean, I am her daughter and they say I look like her, so there's nothing much different from us. Not that I have more followers than her. Maybe that's why.
Oh, so you think she's jealous of you because she has more followers?
You know, I would have had over 1 million and something
Woulda,
followers.
coulda, shoulda, girl. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
But then I did that mass unfollowing, and then they took my account. So of course,
you hear
but no,
that?
I am very. No, it does not. I am very proud of her though. Like, I bought her a Gucci purse when for her was it 900K or 800K? Bought her a Gucci purse. Like, what 15-year-old literally?
Not my ass. I had Barbies.
Exactly. My
Barbies didn't even have a Gucci purse.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, I'm not jealous of her. I'm blessed to be able to give her the life that I've always wanted as a little girl.
Yep, this is the life your little girl has always wanted, Ashley, to be sleeping on an air mattress with the whole entire internet knowing your business. But don't worry, everything in the world is okay because the daughter got a Gucci bag. Now, one thing I wanted to mention that I find hilarious is Camilla's ability to rip on Ash, essentially sneak dissing her. The reason why it's funny is because Ash has no idea that she's the butt end of the joke, and this happens so many times throughout the podcast. Like, Ash, you have zero ability to read the room.
Taking accountability is where you first take the step up.
I mean, hey, the internet's gonna say
because where was your Gucci bag at 15?
You know what? I might have not had a Gucci bag, but I had their dad, okay? At 15, so. We were dating at 14.
Now, I covered a bit of this topic in my last video talking about Ash Trevino and how she is creating an atmosphere for parentification, which for those of you who don't know, is when the child is taking on the roles of the adult. And the reason why this sticks out to me is because my mom used to be like this when I was a kid. Definitely not as bad as Ash Trevino. Ash Trevino is like 100 times worse. But for example, my mom would tend to overshare things about her life that I shouldn't have held any conversation in, which left me feeling as if I had to be the quote-unquote fixer. So in Ash's case, there is no separation between her personal life, being a mother, and the internet. It's just one blob for the world to dissect piece by piece, which obviously is causing her and her family a lot of problems. But even though people around her may not like the fact that she's terminally online, she does not care either. And my point is literally proven because, as we heard, Ash was recently fired from her 9-to-5.
You would not be a topic of conversation with her friends if it wasn't for your online presence. It wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen. Like if you worked a regular 9-to-5 and a regular job where it wasn't plastered all over social media and you weren't one of the most controversial people right now, there wouldn't be anything to fight about. And then to sit here and be like, oh no, like it's not me at all. Like
I did have a 9-to-5.
There has to be some accountability though.
Yeah, I did have a 9-to-5.
And was this happening anyway?
It was still happening, yes. I've worked at my last job that I had. I worked there for 6.5 years. Up until December 23rd of this past December 2024.
You were working.
I got fired.
Fired?
Yes.
For what?
The trolls from TikTok literally sent my owner a video of me showing my nip. Yes. Yes. So they fired me.
Your boss saw your nipple.
Literally. And then somebody took a picture of me at my desk and posted it all over TikTok. One of the patients did.
Wait, where did you work?
I worked at a dental office in Arlington, Texas.
How did that even happen?
What?
The slip.
I was drunk on live with Santos.
God, bro.
Yes. I'm gonna do the walk of shame now.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed for that because I regret ever meeting Santos.
Now again, she blames this on the trolls while failing to hold any accountability for her own actions that may have led to this happening to her. It's not like the trolls just snuck into your personal space, took a picture of you exposed, and sent it to your boss. No, that's not what happened. What happened, Ash, is you were being reckless online and it finally caught up to you. I don't know if you guys heard my live reaction to hearing this, but I just can't believe how tone deaf Ash is. As if her losing her job isn't her own fault. Like, bro, you were drinking on live with a 19-year-old boy getting freaky. Of course you're getting fired. No business out here. In fact, I'll say most businesses out here wouldn't want someone that's behaving like this representing their company or their brand. But Ash doesn't see it that way. She just thinks she's too famous and it's the troll's fault.
Do you think that maybe sometimes she can exploit situations to get views?
I'm gonna be real, yeah.
Because that's the game. But that's your kid.
No, not with them.
She just said yes.
I don't do it with them. I mean, I don't really like to talk about them, honestly. When it comes to my lives now, I tell them if y'all have anything to say about the kids, I'm not answering it. If anything, I protect them now. When they come in my room, I cover the camera. When they're around, I don't film them.
But have you done that in the past? Have you taken a situation and used it for views regarding the kids? Would you feel like maybe she has done that ever?
Yeah, but not me, my sister. You've taken her when she was sick and you were begging for money.
When?
You said send the Galaxy to know about my baby girl's health when I was in the hospital.
Oh, that's because, that was like a while back though. But you weren't even in the hospital.
Yeah,
You were
but
just
no, but I still didn't like that. Because
But we've already.
but you wanted my information out for a galaxy.
It's just so sad to me that Ash's daughters can see right through the charades. Like, imagine your own two daughters admitting on a public airway that you exploit situations that include them for views. Like, this is real life, y'all. And you can say what you want about Ash's daughters, but I genuinely feel bad for them because not only did their dad pass away from leukemia recently, but now they have to deal with an unchecked Ash Trevino as their mother. Like, bottom line, no kid deserves what these two girls are being put through by their own mom. Like, Ash, this isn't funny. You're literally pimping out your sick, underage daughter's information online for a whopping $13.50, or a galaxy, as they call it. Who in their right mind is even on TikTok Live while in a friggin' hospital to begin with? Especially while your daughter is one of the patients. And not to mention, her daughter said, "I didn't like that," in reference to Ash using her daughter to e-beg. So it's not like she can sit there and say, "Oh, I didn't know she didn't like it." Then we have Ash cackling like a hyena as if this whole entire situation is funny. But Ash, once again, the room is not laughing with you. The audience isn't even laughing with you. We are instead all laughing at you.
Question. Do you have beds?
Well, I don't live with my mom.
But at your mom's house?
No.
And even when Ash's own daughter is admitting that they don't have beds to sleep on, here she is once again thinking it's the funniest thing in the whole entire world.
I'll pay for
To come build it.
I'll pay for it. Y'all are going to have 2 mattresses. You're going to have a whole 9. Okay, we're going to do a room makeover. I'm being for real. I'm going to insert the receipt from IKEA, whatever you want. I'll let you pick it out.
Now, if I was Ash Trevino, I'd feel completely G-checked. And maybe it's because I'm a man and I want to be a provider, but I know deep down Ash's ego is hurting because she's always online talking about how she'll never have to work a job, calling people broke, while literally having another creator that met you for the first time buying your children the basic necessities to life. Like, bro, I know we don't want to accept it, but this is real life, and Ash just thinks it's funny. Now, if Camilla is actually going to do this like she said she is, that would be awesome, because at least the OnlyFans money that she's doing is going somewhere good. Not that I'm pocket watching. I have my own opinion on OF girls, but that's for a different video.
Question. Is it because there's bed bugs?
No, that was like a
I don't
beetle
know
or
how they
something.
even start. I don't know how to start
That was like a beetle or something. But again, what these people need to realize is I do live in a duplex.
Okay.
I have neighbors.
Okay.
So with that, there's going to be whatever they have does transfer over.
So once again, even when we talk about the bedbug incident, Ash deflects any and all of the blame onto her neighbors. And even if it was just a beetle or a bedbug or even a darn fruit fly, that's still disgusting.
Oh my God, what is that?
No, but I'm saying like,
You were on TikTok Live while someone was getting in the backseat of your car. Why did you keep filming?
Okay. So with that, she knew I was on live. We were in the back seat. My security was driving.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to go live. You know, we're feeling good, having fun, just girls. And she was in the back with Santos. And so she knew we were on live as she was getting up. And you could see her look directly to my
So as you
camera.
can see here, I do have a screenshot.
Yeah.
You thought that was the funniest thing in the world. Is you
'Cause
can
I
tell
was
in this
like-
picture. She did think that her friend giving head was the funniest shit ever. So here she is dying, laughing her ass off right here. Did she feel embarrassed at all?
She did. She felt ashamed, like literally, like.
And you
And-
thought it was that's like you were just thinking this is for content.
So I didn't know exactly what had happened until I actually looked back,
right.
and I'm like,
And you start dying laughing.
because you see me in the video, like I'm like,
Girl, you're flaunting that shit. Look, you said, look.
and then I said,
She's in the backseat.
and then I said.
So obviously, after watching this portion of the podcast, it's just clear that Ash has zero regard for anyone's privacy but her own. Like, bro, you could be at the hospital dying and Ash will find every which way to make the situation about herself, as well as trying to capitalize off of it. Like, could you imagine taking your last breaths and Ash Trevino is just sitting right there asking for galaxies? I'm dying. Can I get a galaxy? Can I get a galaxy? Like, are you kidding me right now? And once again, Ash just sits there laughing as if the whole entire situation is funny.
Did you do stuff with Santos to where he would feel it's appropriate to lick your rose toy because perhaps he's been there down there before?
So yes, we have done stuff.
Okay.
Twice, 2 separate occasions
With a 19-year-old boy.
I didn't know he was 19 at the time.
So this is before you knew.
Yes,
Claimed before you knew.
literally, like we did it twice, and it was literally before Christmas. So
That's disgusting.
It is. It is. I regret it.
I'm
disgusted in
disappointed in you.
myself.
I'm disappointed in you.
That is freaking gross.
I agree. We can agree on that.
Literally.
I know I'm not going to be the first person that says this, and I definitely will not be the last, but what on earth is Ash doing anywhere near a 19-year-old? And what is Ash doing in general? And how are you going to say you regret this and you didn't know his age? Like, that is the most commonly used excuse in the book. And obviously, I'm sitting here wondering what the heck Santos or any of these young men see in Ash. Like, I get trolling or rage baiting is a thing, but if this is a troll, it just baffles me how far people will go for likes, clicks, and views, even if it's extinguishing your career and at the expense of your own reputation. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I'm almost 24, and I can assure you no amount of money, alcohol, hard drugs, or whatever the heck you put into my system or give me could make me go anywhere near this clown, let alone in an intimate manner. Ash Trevino is just so down bad, and anytime she's on the internet, she just makes herself look worse and worse. And obviously, I can't help but feel bad for her daughters because they don't deserve this situation. But do me a favor, let me know what your opinions are on Ash Trevino. As always, thank you so much for making me a part of your day, and God bless.